It's been a full year since I've been working full-time in esports, and I've learned a ton of things. So I want to make a video talking about 6 things that I thought would be helpful that I've learned in esports that would help you guys find that coveted dream job that we're all looking for. Hey guys, my name is Sam, aka Just Casual. Welcome to another episode of Just Casual Vlogs, where I'm going to be talking about my esports journey with you guys and hopefully giving you insight and some help into starting or continuing your esports journey. So if you don't know, I work for the Golden Guardians as an Esports Marketing Analyst, whatever that means. But pretty much I do a lot of stuff with content, right? I got hired April 11th, I believe. So it's been a little over a month since my 1-year anniversary at Golden Guardians, but I've learned so much, and I was starting to think back on it, and I have like these 6 points that I really want to talk about that are gonna like pop on the screen, boop 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 boop, or whatever. So number 1, the first thing is to get good. What I mean by this is there's a huge difference when you come into your job or come into a task and you have to experiment and test and guess and do research and then try it out and fail and try it again and fail and try it again and then finally succeed, versus someone that knows exactly how to do that task and then just goes and does it, right? And I think a lot of people, when they're applying to jobs, they think like, I can do social media coverage, I can do this, but they haven't actually put the reps to show that they've done it, right? And to be honest, what's gonna happen is like, you're gonna do something and it's gonna suck. And it's gonna suck, and you're gonna do it again and again and again, and it's gonna suck. And then 6 months later, you're gonna actually start getting good at it, and then better, and then like 5 years later, you're like an expert or whatever, right? So that's what I mean by like get good. I've seen this in Golden Guardians when we have people that are doing things that they were hired to do, like video editors or art direction, and like we have some really skilled talent in our org that like really shines when they're doing the thing that they're really good at. Second point is data versus gut. So I've seen multiple sides of things where people rely on the data of things to make decisions. And I've seen other sides of things where people just rely on their gut feeling or intuition in making decisions. Now, I think both are important. I think there's a balance of using both. It's really important to look at a situation, bring in evidence from case studies or examples, or even just like experiments that you've done before to whatever project you're working on, and vice versa. Even though you have all this data that says one thing, using your gut to maybe make the final decision is really important too, because what ends up happening is you're gonna like, information is so important, right? So, but what's gonna happen is, let's say you're doing your YouTube channel and you have 50 videos, you're gonna look at the data and be like, oh, these thumbnails perform better than these thumbnails, except on this occasion and this occasion and this occasion. Oh, but then the titles are better on this and that. Like, even though you're given a ton of data, you still might not be able to be like, this is the one conclusive piece of evidence that can inform my decisions. That's where you need intuition. And that leads into my third point, like, how do you build that intuition? It's really important to be a fan of esports and gaming. And that hurt me, actually. I can speak personally on that, where I came in just really knowing League of Legends, right? So then now we've expanded in the Golden Guardians to like TFT, World of Warcraft, we've had an NBA 2K team since I started, and all these other things. And it's hard to like make decisions or know exactly what those audiences want, because I'm not necessarily a fan or I'm not knowledgeable on those games. Now, since I started working with Golden Guardians, I've been like I played a lot more TFT, I've watched a lot more NBA 2K, and luckily I've watched a lot of basketball, so I kind of like get what's going on. Like, it's really important for you to be a fan, so you can have that intuition, to have the knowledge, to understand that fan base. And even like when it comes to making content, like knowing what the audience wants and what makes sense to them. These are all really important things that are really hard to do if you're not a fan, or you don't care about these, or if you don't care about esports, if you don't care about gaming, or you don't care about those specific games, right? Or the audience. And I would say why this is so dangerous is that it can lead to like a loss of credibility too, because these fan bases know when something is fake. So that leads to my fourth point: be original. I think some of the best content that Golden Guardians has put out there that our audience has really latched onto are the things that are original. For example, with our media day, us doing media day got a lot of traction. Us doing the photo shoots with a stylist, outfit stylist, and like really moody and stuff, like that is different from what is seen a lot in esports. The meme highlight videos that I did that actually got me my job with Golden Guardians, like those are our highest performing pieces of content on social, because I think it's an evolution of what's out there, where you just take like a piece of gameplay, but you like accentuate it and make memes and like make people laugh and entertain people. Like that's different and original.
deal some damage in
Drop it.
10? Right, 10.
10th place.
I think when it comes to like our Golden Age series, our first one where we approach the docuseries in a different way, in a fun way, and a maybe artistic way, and it spoke to people. It got a lot of attention for a team that the Golden Guardians, like LCS team, is not very, very popular. Now, I do want to put a little like footnotes on these where when I say original doesn't necessarily actually mean original. You know, a lot of these ideas that we think we've come up with that are original are just evolutions, or we've stolen from somewhere that we don't realize. And I think that's okay. No, I know that's okay. What I think is important is if you know your audience and know the fandom and you start exploring outside of the esports scene, you can find things outside of esports that you can bring into esports and make it our own. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. So the fifth point I would say is to work well together. Esports, I think, is one of those industries that feels very startup-y. So everyone is working with everyone and everyone's doing a little bit of everything. Like editors aren't just editing. Social media people aren't just doing social media. Everyone's like intertwined in a really collaborative team environment. So it's important to like know how to communicate with people. It's really important to give feedback politely and respectfully, but honestly. It's really important to be able to be like agreeable, friendly, and patient with each other, because especially when you're doing something creative, like ideas get thrown in and out all the time and it can be really, really intense, right? So I think it's so important to make sure that in the workplace, you're keeping a strong, cohesive, like respect and trust in each other, or else you'll see the team environment go down. Also, on a note with this, I think esports is such a small community that when you have a bad experience with someone, most likely you'll run into someone else that has heard about your bad experience, I would say. It's such a small but growing environment, and so many people are moving back and forth, like moving between teams. People are hanging out with each other. People are friends in the scene. So when you burn bridges, it's really dangerous for your esports career, I would say. Like I had a freelancer that I worked with recently that was just miserable to work with and super rude and basically told me to F off. And I was like, holy, like, wow, that's not good. I'm sure I'm going to run into his name again. And if I do, like, I'm not working with him. Like, there's no way. Okay, the sixth thing. Is this a dream job? You know, I thought my life would change forever, and this is like the one, like this the big millennial thing where I'm just like, I'm chasing after my passion and never work a day in my life kind of thing. Is that true? Is esports the dream job, the dream career? I would say still yes. And I put a big fat asterisk on that because I think the understanding or hope for a dream job is like that feeling where if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. I have not found that yet, but I do think that that's kind of overrated, unrealistic, because trying to do something that you just always want to do and only doing the things that you like doing is very difficult. And I think it also doesn't create the correct work environment, because when you need to get a job done, it's important that all those pieces get done. And it's going to be rare that you find that every step along the way, everything that needs to be done is something that you're going to enjoy. And I think it's really important to focus on the things that you're good at and you enjoy. But doing those things that you don't like doing, or doing the things that I don't like doing, is so much more bearable now than when I was an engineer. And I think the big difference is because like I care about what I'm actually putting out, and I care about the future of our team and company, and I care because I'm in an industry, I'm in a job where I like love the people, love the job, love the industry, love the community. So that's what makes a big difference of like, is this a dream job? Yes. Does that mean that I'm like happy and motivated and like loving every minute of the day? Absolutely not. No way. I don't think that exists. That does not exist. Esports, yes, this is my dream job. or I'm in my at least dream career or dream industry. But most of people's idea of a dream job, I think, is unrealistic. I learned a lot in the last year, and it's been so incredible. And I would say, if you are early in your career, or if you've like not had to do another career, and you just were one of the people that are really good or lucky enough to just like jump into esports, like don't take it for granted, because and always remain grateful, because I think the industry is hard, and it's really easy to look at what's going on and be like, oh my gosh, I wish we had better people. Oh, I wish the community wasn't so toxic. Oh, I wish blah, 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 or I wish we had more money, all this kind of things. From, I guess, my point of view, I've been in a job where I like hate it, and this is something that like I've worked so hard for, and I like, it means so much to me. And I think that really keeps me going, and that keeps me having a positive attitude, and it really bleeds into all the work that I do. And that will carry you so far. So don't forget to remain grateful and understand like how lucky you are, or how lucky you will be once you get that job. Thanks for watching Just Casual Vlogs. Let me know if you have any thoughts, if you like this format. It's been 1 year. It's been crazy. Thank you so much for your support. Bye, guys.